Hi everybody, welcome to my floss tube. This is Doreen from Privies and Prims, and I think today's date is January 29th, 2024. So January is almost over. As always, it goes quicker than we expect. Welcome to my channel. I have a lot of new subscribers. Each month I get a lot of new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, it is totally free. You just click on that subscribe button and then ring the little bell there and click select all, and you'll get a notification when I post a new video. So welcome to everyone, returning and new people. I thank you for coming. So I have a lot to talk about today. It may be a little longer video than what you're used to on my channel. I've got a lot. I think I do anyway. Sometimes I think it's going to be long and then it's not. But this is about cross stitch and punch needle mostly. But this week, I'm also going to show you some rug hooking and some wool applique and something else that I have here. So let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this is my wool applique. I was supposed to go to my stitch group today, but I had such a busy week last week that I just decided today I just wanted to stay home. I just wanted a day to just chill. So this is this wool applique I set up, and my plan is to only work on it when I go to the stitch therapy group, which there is another video, and it has this table runner on the thumbnail, and it shows you my stitch therapy group. Because if I work on it there, you know, it's easier than cross stitch because I don't need the magnification. But here it is. And some of you returning people have seen this before. It's showing up on mine as super bright colors, and they're actually very primitive muted colors. And this is the pattern. Here, turn it, get the glare off. There we go. So it is Heart to Hand Rustic Star Table Runner. Now, I did get some stitching done last week, and all I got done was I'm using Voldani Pearl Cotton, so I got these done, and then here I'm doing a blanket stitch for my stitching, and I got this flower done. So that is what I got done last week, and you can see there the blanket stitch, just done with Pearl Cotton. So that is my progress on that, and that's going to go really slow because, like I said, I'm only working on it when I go to the stitch therapy group. Next, let me see. I've got a list here because I've got a lot. Okay, I wanted to show you some. When I told you like last time that I moved my furniture around, and I found some magazines and I was going through them, and I found some things that I want to do. So this one is Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher 2020 Fall Issue. And it's called Autumn Pennies Cross Stitch Pattern. I probably will do it with a primitive fabric. It looks like that was, no, it's done on linen. It's not Ada, but I want mine to be darker background, and then you put it in a lid. And I have some of those zinc lids from an antique store. So I really like that. And that is, there's the information. So that is on my list. I'm going to have to print it out. And I do have all these on digital file because I'm a digital subscriber. I used to be obviously a print subscriber, but now I do digital. So I'm going to print them out so that I don't like close the magazine and then forget about it. All right. And the next one is My Soul is Fed. And this is by Gail Reger, R-E-G-E-R, Abbey Rose Designs. Isn't that pretty? So I won't do it like as a thread holder. I'm just going to do probably this part, and well, I know I'm just going to do that part, and I probably will frame it to put it on the wall here in my craft room. And this is from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine, fall 2015. So that is where you'll find that one, and it is, let me see who oh, I told you the designer. Okay. But I'm going to do that in prim colors. So, and again, I'll print that out. The next thing I wanted to do, I pulled this out and marked it, but I probably won't do it because it's similar to the one that I just did. But maybe I will do it. I don't know. But that's a rug hooking pattern. And I'm going to show you a rug hooking thing that I just finished. That is by Jennifer Gaston, and that is in it's in Primitive Quilts and Projects, and it is from spring 2020. So that's where you'll find that one. And then this one is also Primitive Quilts and Projects, and this is, let me see, fall 2021. This is what I want to make, this little pin cushion with the acorns and the leaves. So I'm hosting a cross stitch retreat in March and in September. And the theme for the smalls in September is acorns and squirrels. Now I won't make that as my small, but I thought I might make a couple. It's wool applique, and I thought I might make a couple to sell. Those are the things like I found in the magazines. And then Saturday, I went to my rug hooking group and I got a stack, probably this high, of wool magazines, like Wool Works, WOOL Works. They're, I don't think that magazine's out anymore, but I haven't even begun to look through those. And I got Primitive Place, I think. I'm not sure what it's called, but they're like home decorating magazines. I got 2 of those. So I have a lot of those to look through and try to find some new patterns. So what I am really enjoying right now is when I just started doing cross stitch in November of 2022. So just a little over a year ago. And at that time, I put my TV under my couch because I don't watch it anymore. And I'm just saving it. Like if my son came to stay for a couple of days, we could watch Netflix on it or something. But so I was never using it. So when I put the TV away, it created a space to decorate on top of a cabinet that my dad made. So I started doing a lot of Christmas stuff, and then I went into spring so that I can have like a display for each season on top of that cabinet. So since I started stitching, since the first time, I've been trying to stitch like seasonal things within the season that I was stitching so that I could have a display on that cabinet. Well, now that it's been a full year, I feel like I can relax and I can just go in all the patterns that I bought and just pick randomly what I want to work on. So I'm enjoying that freedom to do that. And of course I had that freedom before, but I was trying to create that display, and I do still need more for next Christmas because that was the one I had the least amount of. So I'll be working on those probably throughout the year. But that, I just wanted to say that I've really been enjoying that. Excuse me. I do have an Etsy shop. It is priviesandprims.etsy.com. And this pattern is on there for punch needle. And look, I remembered to cut a board. Oops. And, well, it fell right in my little wort container and collected little threads. Okay, so this is just a simple little thing, and it's great for Valentine's Day or for all year. You can do it in any colors you want. I just did it in 2 different colors, and then I just have a piece of linen on the back. But this is, I think, $2 for this pattern in my Etsy shop. So if you want to punch that, go over there. It's a quick one. It's really simple. And like I said, I think it's $2. So I like to share freebies when I find them. This is a cross-stitched strawberry pattern. I have not made a strawberry yet. And this is from Sub Rosa Designs, Patriotic Strawberry. So that is something I want to make. Not sure when, but just wanted to share that with you. I like to print them out when I find them, and then if it's something that I know that I really want to make, I print it out, and then I can put this with all my patterns, and then I don't forget about it, because I do happen to forget about things. Now, when I went to my rug hooking group, not only did I get a stack of magazines given to me, but I got a really, really, really special gift given to me by one of my friends. And she said that she just knew, as much as she loves it, that she's not going to get to it. So first I'll show you this, and maybe some of you will recognize what this goes to, because she gave me this too, to go with it. And this is the pattern. Oh, Tannenbaum. I love this pattern, and I have admired everyone else stitching it, and now I have it and I can stitch it. And I even have the box to go with it, which I will stain or paint, whatever. Depends. After I'm done, I'll decide. I just like when she held this up and said she was going to give it to me, I went, ah! Like I was so excited. So love that. Thank you, Ava. All right. She has given me some other things too in the past, and I just love when people give me things that I love, you know. So okay. I will show. Oh, here's another thing. Okay, so people were bringing things that they didn't really want anymore, so I grabbed a few things. Oh, this was actually, I'm sorry, I'm getting the wrong group. I went to 3 groups last week. It was a busy week. The Quilt Guild over in North Carolina, I went to Mountain Peacemakers Quilt Guild. And they were bringing stuff like yard sale kind of things that they didn't want anymore. Some was to give away, some was free. And these were on the free table. And these are vintage quilt squares from a cutter quilt. And there were more than this, but this is what I just picked up. And here's my idea. And sometimes the ideas never get to be more than an idea. They never come out of my head and get made into anything. My idea is to take this, one of these, and make like a pillow with it, and then make a sheep that's lying down to sit on the top. So it may or may not get done, but good intentions, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would obviously like not need that many for myself. So if I did make them and it did come out, I would probably put them in my Etsy shop. But that, and here's what the backing looks like. They're obviously very old. So I got excited about that. So Monday, I went to my stitch therapy group. Tuesday, I went to the Quilt Guild. Wednesday, I'm going to tell you, it was a very trying week. It wasn't a pleasant week. So Wednesday, I went to the dentist and had a new crown done back here. I despise going to the dentist. I broke my jaw when I was 17, and I had 5 caps and 6 root canals. I fell on a bare gym floor from parallel bars, 6 feet up, and hit chin first on the bare gym floor. So I had my jaw wired shut. I had stitches in my chin. I had 5 caps and 6 root canals. Well, now those things are all starting to go bad, and they're having to be replaced. So this was the last one, and I'm glad it's over. It caused a lot of anxiety for me. And then that was Wednesday. And then Thursday, I had skin cancer, which I've had a lot of skin cancer, but I had a spot on my back and they numbed it up and they scraped it and then cauterized it. So I have that on my back. I have had, if anybody knows what Mohs surgery is, it's MOHS. I've had 6 of them. So for skin cancer. So I've had 3 on my nose, which caused a little deforming of my nose because of the different way they have to pull the skin over and stuff. And then I had 1 right here, and then 1 here and 1 here. So yes, I'm pale, and yes, I will stay pale because I'm not going to lay out in the sun anymore. Now I use a daily moisturizer with a sun protection factor in it of 30, I think. So definitely protect your skin and your children's skin. So that was Thursday. Then Friday, I just had my primary care doctor to go over my annual blood work and, make all my appointments and stuff. And then Saturday, I went to my rug hooking group. So there was some good mixed in with the bad, but it was a very long week. So at the rug hooking group. That's what I'm going to get into now. And I do have more cross stitch to talk about. So don't leave if you're just cross stitch. At the rug hooking group, I have been going to them off and on for years, and I'm usually not doing rug hooking. I'm usually doing cross stitch in this last year, but before I used to always take punch needle or wool applique, and it's really a fiber group. It's just that most of them are doing rug hooking. Well, this time I decided I was going to take a rug hooking thing, and I've showed you this before and told you I was going to get that ready and take it with me. Well, I finally did it, and my thought was, like the wool applique, to only work on it at the rug hooking group, and then I would put it away until the next month. That group only meets once a month. Well, I started on it, and I will post a picture here of what I got done at the meeting, and then I brought it home and I want it to continue, so I just kept hooking on it, and then I picked it up the next day and hooked at it some more, which was yesterday, and I finished it last night. So much for the once a month working on it. So now I have to figure out another pattern to do for next month. But here is my finish. There it is. I really, really like it. So it is all wool strips, and all of them were gifted to me except for this beige right here. I ordered from the Old Tattered Flag to make some more of those little sheep pin cushions that I did, and I ended up using some of it for this. Now, the backing is not done yet because I just did this right before I started filming. So I just turned it to the back, ironed it, and then just put a little strip of glue. And I'm going to actually attach a piece of wool to the back of this, and then put, well, I was thinking of putting a sleeve to hang it, but I think I'm just going to like whip stitch a piece of wool on the back, and then I'll just tack it to the wall. But that is that one. And that is, if you remember, I said the other one was kind of similar. Let me see. So this, you can see they are similar. Hope you can see there. Yeah, not the same, but similar. Let me see if they are. That's Jennifer Gaston, and this is, I think, the same. No, this is Julie Burns. Okay, so they're different designers. This one is from Create and Decorate, January, February 2014. So yeah, these magazines are not out anymore. I used to love those magazines. So that is my rug hooking. Checking off my list here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is cross stitch finish. And this is Red Flower Heart by Sub Rosa Designs. It is in her Etsy shop. And I know a few people have seen me post this on Instagram and Facebook, and they have went over and bought it. If it happens to show that it's sold out, I'm going to try to remember to post a link down in the description to this pattern. But if it happens to be sold out, if you message her through Etsy, she will reload more of them because it is a PDF. And she has a lot more really great patterns on there. And she has multiple ones that are heart-shaped. Like one of them had pumpkins on it. One was patriotic. And I'm thinking about doing one like for each season. But here's the design. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you get this border that goes around here, pay very close attention to it when you're stitching it, because some of it, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so I'll just show you this part because this is the second page. So if you can see, like some of them, this one butts up to the same line right here. And it might, like, I think I'm trying to see it, but I think it's 2 squares up. And then you go to this one, and okay, so those two are the same. They butt up to the end line, and they're 2 squares up. But then you go here, and it doesn't butt up to the end line, and it might be 3 squares up. So each one, you know, there's no pattern. There's no saying that, okay, you get in this rhythm and you just keep going, because you can't. I did that, and I had to frog it out. Take a frog, in case you know, is a term that they say you had to frog it because it's rip it, rip it, rip it. But I had to take it out, and it, you know, like up here, they're 3 apart vertically, and then they're different widths going across. So pay close attention to that so you don't have the problem that I did, because I had to take out, after I figured out that it wasn't just like a rhythm just going up, 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 I had to take out the whole left side and redo it and go part of the way over, like this far down, before I got to where it was correct. So it was a lot. I almost walked away from it. In fact, I posted on Facebook, that's it, I quit. I'm done with this one. I was just going to cut it out of the fabric, throw it away, and save the other part of the fabric. But then I got up the next day, you know, after a good night's sleep, you feel different. And I got up the next day and I followed on, you know, pressed on, and I finished it, and this is it. And I'm really glad that I went back to it and finished it. I think it's gorgeous. Now, the right here and here, I thought was just like a little design. But if you, I don't know how good you can see it on here. And then I realized that's an S, and the other one is an R for Sub Rosa. So I put my initials in. I had already stitched the S, so I took that out and put a D in there, and then the other one has a B for my last name. I have never like recharted anything before, but that was super easy to do. And so that's it. I really like it. And then on the back, I just put a piece of like brushed cotton flannel, and I have to cover this. But this is, in case you're new, this is how I stuff my things. I don't do it in the seam. I do it like this, and then I put a piece of wool over it and cover that up. And this chenille is from Purple Paper Mountain on Etsy. Her prices are really good. She ships super fast, like that day or the next day. And usually you'll get a couple little samples of other ones to try. So that is my latest finish. And I finished actually these two both yesterday. So I called it a double finish day. So I was real happy with that. And then today I fully finished them. Well, the wool, the rug hooking still needs a piece of wool stitched to the back. All right, and then I have another cross stitch finish. And this was so easy and fast. This is Lori Brecklin, Not Forgotten Farm. And it says, very little is needed to make a happy life. That's that one. Now, this is finished, but you can see it's not going to stay. I don't think I'm going to leave it in this frame, so I just stuck it in to see what it would look like. I stitched this on Osnaburg, and this is what it looks like. I did change one color where you see the, which one was it? Like right here, there's actually the pattern like breaks up different colors in the middle of words. That's not me, that's her design. But it's like an olive green, and it was supposed to be an off-white, and I just couldn't see it. So I wanted it to be something that I could see. But I'm not sure I'm going to leave it in this frame. It does match the blue, but I want something more primitive. So I don't know. I kind of like it in there, but I'm still just, you know, it has the easel. I can just sit it on my table and live with it for a while and see if I'm going to leave it in there. I don't know. I got this at a thrift store. That was in my last video. So that is very quick, little simple one from Lori Brecklin, Not Forgotten Farm. And this, I went to the thrift store and got this for $4. Actually, it was, I think the whole store was 25% off. So whatever 25% off that is. I'm going to take the inside out, of course. Somebody's already started to tear it back here. You know, sometimes like people would stick money in there and hide money. So I think people tear the backs off before they donate them and make sure there's no money in there. But anyway, so this was $4 minus 25%. And it doesn't show up really good on the camera, but it is like a distressed frame. So I will put that with my supply stash. I want to talk about my retreat. And I have, I host a cross stitch retreat at a campground in Maggie Valley, Waynesville area in North Carolina. I'm doing one in March, and then it's the middle of March, and that one is sold out. I have had a couple cancellations, and then I just got another one this morning. I do have a waiting list, but it is a very short waiting list. So as we get closer to it, there may be more people that cancel. So I'm going to put the link down in the description box down below to the page on Facebook that tells you all the details on that. So if you want to get on the waiting list, just let me know. And there'll be another one in the fall. That one will be during the week. And I will post the dates on that after the March retreat, because the March retreat attendees get first pick on that one, because I only do 40 people. So I just wanted to tell you about that. And punch needles. I have some Smart Punch. I think there's 3 left in my Etsy shop, and I have marked them down to $24 or $25. And I'm not going to be restocking those. So I'm not going to carry supplies anymore. I think there's 2 Ultra Punch needles there and 3 Smart Punch at the time that I'm recording this. So once they are gone, they're gone. I'm not going to restock them anymore. So those are there if you need for punch needle embroidery. And the Smart Punch are actually, I think, the cheapest ones on Etsy. I marked them down $1 or $2 just so that I could get my money back from what I paid for them, and they would be sold. So I wanted to talk about that. Excuse me. Okay, I had some freebies, and then I'm going to talk about one other thing. So last week we had some freebies, and I have a question for you. I think I'm going to put a poll on my Facebook page, which, by the way, I post daily on my Facebook and my Instagram. Not always Instagram, because now I'm having some problems with it. I have to actually take my picture. Like if I took a picture of something, then I have to make it into a screenshot to be able to put it on Instagram, because I just can't figure that out. I checked all my settings. I've restarted it. I've reloaded it. It's just not working. That's how I'm getting around it. So anyway, the links for those social media things are down in the description box. So for my question is, I've always said that you have to be a public subscriber to win my giveaways, because it is an appreciation for being a subscriber, which I'm almost, I think, at 4,000. And when I get to that mark, I think it's less than 100 away, then I'm going to do like a larger giveaway. So definitely make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and then click that notification bell so you don't miss anything. So I want to question just your opinion, because one of these patterns that's a giveaway, I went in and I used a random comment picker, and it picked a name, and the person was not showing as a public subscriber. Picked another name, went through this 5 times, and every one, the person was not a public subscriber. So I did end up picking the first name. I'm just going to go with it for this time. But do you think that I should require people to be a public subscriber, or should I just take any comment and they're eligible for the giveaway? So let me know what your opinion is on that, because I'm not sure what I want to do. Because it is extra time for me. If I don't know the name, like if they haven't been with me all along and comment all along, then I have to go back and check their account to see if they're a public subscriber. And often they are not. And then I have to go and pick another name. So let me know your opinion on that. That's actually not this week's question, but let me know what you think about that. So I always say you have to be over 18 and you have to live in the U.S., which is non-negotiable because I'm not going to ship out of the United States, and a public subscriber. So, all right. So I have 3 giveaways here from last week. The keyword for one of them was friendship for this one, and a Lizzie Kate design, and it says friendship begins with kindness. And the winner of that one is Ethel, WEDAN 3237. So Ethel, when you see this, get in touch with me, priviesandprims@yahoo.com, or message me on Facebook or Instagram and let me know. Not sure if I have your address. And then quilt, the quilt pattern. The winner of this one is Debbie, FLAUGH 4332. So Debbie, congratulations. Get in touch with me. And the Valentine pattern, which this one was the most popular as the giveaway for last week. It had the most comments, and the winner on this one is Robin, YOUNT-GF1NS. So Robin, if that's you, get in touch with me and I will get this in the mail to you. So those are the giveaways from last week. Now for this week, I'm going to do something. I forgot to show you this. I got this at my mom's house. Kind of ugly. I think it's a candle stand, but I was thinking a large drum like that Stacy Nash Patriotic House one maybe would go on this. And that's what I was thinking. So I just grabbed it. And she got it at a thrift store, but it was just in her closet. So I wanted to, before I forgot. Okay. Back to the giveaways. So this week I want to do something different. This is an experiment. So anybody that leaves any kind of comment, I want to see how many comments I can get. I'm really curious. So if you leave any comment at all, even if you just leave a thumbs up emoji, a smiley face emoji, a heart, whatever, say hello, enjoy the video, or if you want to leave a full blown long comment, whatever, anybody that leaves a comment is going to be entered to win a $5 Amazon gift card. And I will give that away next weekend. So I want to see how many comments I can get. Now, this doesn't mean multiple comments from the same person. This is unique comments from, well, not unique, but comments from all different people that are watching. You know what I mean? So I want to see, because when you have 1.3 thousand people watch the video and you might have 50 comments. So I'm curious to see, if I ask you to do this for me, please, how many comments can I get? And again, you can just say hi and that's it. Don't be shy. We can't see you, so it's all right. It's all kind of anonymous. But would you do that for me? Would you comment? And you can do it right now while you're thinking of it, and just say hi or whatever. I want to see how many comments I can get. So the next thing I want to show you is my next start. Okay, this is my next start. So you know how I said, like, I was enjoying just being able to pick out whatever I wanted. Well, I bought this last year right after needlework market. I actually ordered it from my LNS, and when it came, I was like, oh, that's big. Because, that was March, and I had just started stitching that past November, so I was pretty new. So when I got this, I thought, oh, that's big. I probably won't do that because I do a lot of smalls. Well, I kept thinking, we do door prizes and bingo prizes at my retreat. So I thought I will just put it in as a door prize, and that way it's not wasted. And if you have anything that you'd like to donate for that, like project bags or linens or fabrics or patterns, whatever, let me know. Get in touch with me and I'll give you my address. Because we do play bingo. We have a lot of fun, and they get to go out and pick out whatever prize they want. So anyway, I all through the year, last year, as I saw this pattern, I thought, I'm probably not going to stitch that. I'll probably just give it away. But then yesterday, when I did these other two finishes and I had to decide, what am I going to work on next? I thought, okay, I know what I want to do. So this is what I'm going to do. This is Teresa Kogut egg collector. And look how cute that is. She's cutting eggs off the tree, and it's a primitive rabbit. I may change that pink dress to blue. I'm not sure. I have no pink at all in my decor. No pink. So I might change that to a very country primitive blue. And then I would have to change, like, the basket, the eggs in the basket. You can see they're kind of aqua color. So I could change those to pink, to different colors. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to change that dress to a blue one. Other than that, here's the other reason I may be changing colors, because I don't go out and buy linen at cross stitch stores. I cannot afford to do that. So I use what I have. A lot of it is either, I say, gifted or thrifted. So She used 40 count Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. And I think I am going to use, I think, this prairie cloth. I think that's what I'm going to use. It's thicker. If you've never used prairie cloth, it is thicker than the linen. And this has been walnut stained. And I'm going to hold this up so you can see and tell me what you think. Make sure I'm in screen here. How do you think that'll look? I probably will have to change some of the colors so they show up, and I'm okay with that. But that is what I'm going to start today. And the other fabric that I was thinking of using was this one. And I'm not sure what this fabric is, some kind of linen, but it's also been walnut stained. So it is lighter. Let's see if you can see the difference. This one's a lot more yellow, which I'm not crazy about, but that's just the way it was when I got it. It was gifted to me. So let me know, which one would you use? And I don't know if I'll start this. I may start this before I even actually have comments, but because it takes a while to upload. But this one is a more coarse linen, but it is lighter. But it's also very thin, so you can see through it. So this it's got strings on the back. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if I have measured it yet. Sometimes I measure it and write on there, but I didn't. And I don't even know the count of that. But anyway, I think I'm going to do one of those two. So let me know which one you like better. I do definitely like primitive. So that is that. I also want to do, I am a monogamous stitcher, in case you're new. But since that is so big, I may do a couple little ones in the meantime while I'm working on it. And I don't know if I showed this last week, but I still want to do this one. Asbury Echoes Snow Days. She's got flosstube and an Etsy shop. And I did talk to her today, and she's got a flosstube that she filmed last week, but her internet's giving her problems. So that's going to come up as soon as they get the internet fixed. So be watching for hers. And I think that is it. A question I want to ask you this week. So, like I said, just please comment anything, but here's a question if you want to start a discussion. Severe anxiety I had for this dentist appointment this week. My question is, what do you dread going to? Like, I used to also hate job interviews, where now I'm thankfully retired. Job interviews, funerals, dental appointments. Skin cancer bothers me a little bit, but I've been through it so much that I'm okay. Now, when the numbing needles are in your face, that's a lot worse. The back is not that bad. So I wasn't really stressed over that one, but maybe subconsciously I was. So my question is, we'll get a little personal this week. And what appointments or things that you have to go to do you absolutely dread to the point that you have anxiety over them? And let's see, we will leave on a happy note, because that's kind of a sad note. So let me leave on a happy note. So I pulled this pattern. I was going to hold it off, but we'll do this just for a smiley, happy thing. So besides the $5 gift card for anybody that comments anything, if you're interested in this, comment the word spring, because this is pretty. It's got the little bird and the teacup. And this is featured in Stitch Quarterly first. And it's So Emma. And it's called Tea Time. Cute little spring pattern. So we've had some snowy days and stuff, and this might brighten your spirits to stitch something like this. So if you are interested in this, use the word spring in your comment. So just to review, I want to know if you think the winners should be a public subscriber. I want to know if you want to win this, to use the word spring. I want you to put any kind of comment so that you'll be entered for the $5 gift card. And I think that's it. And subscribe and hit the thumbs up. because it helps my channel, you know? All right, everybody. Happy stitching. And gosh, I watched a new flosstube channel and I can't remember the name of it, but I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it down here, and I want y'all to check it out because they're new, and definitely give those a look. All right, I'll see you next week. Happy stitching, punching, hooking, whatever you want to do. Do some needlework. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, just line your wool against the edge here,
Okay.
and then kind of feed it as close as you can near the roller, and then just start. It'll catch. It's just okay, and I'll hold it in place.
So is that normally like bolted down to a table or something, or?
You may have like a rubber mat underneath.
And it's cutting strips.
Yes. Yeah. Just make sure that you stay straight against that edge.
And what kind of cutter is this? What's it called?
Maybe a beeline. I'm not sure.
Okay. And this is
It was a long time ago that I bought it.
This is a number 8, which is a 1/4 inch.
Yes.
Wow. Definitely easier than cut with a rolling cutter.
Yes,
Okay.
because
It's like cutting pasta.
Uh-huh.
you get these nice strips and.
Oop.
Okay. Thank you, Eva.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, show me again.
Oh, you
And
want me
talk.
to do it again?
Yeah, I want you to do it and talk.
Okay. So I'm going to put this in here and put it right up against this.
Oh, well.
Okay.
I will start. Thank you. Okay, so my name is Eva, and my accent.
Wow.
Because I was born and raised in Finland, but I've been in the States for more than 40 years. And I live in Johnson.
That is really slick.
I'm retired, and
Okay.
That's what the unit looks like.